Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of ASKA. Today we are going to be working on efficiency and management of the settlement. We're going to clean everything up. So yesterday we finished off our defense wall. We managed to get iron tools. We got everything that we needed to be efficient. Now we just want to make sure everything's running properly. So the first thing we need to do this morning is bring in some more villagers. Now yesterday I said we wanted to get up to 24 villagers. We only actually made it up to 21. So we're going to head out this morning and using our brand new crude pickaxe, we're going to go and harvest some of these, which we should now be able to do much quicker. Once we've got these new villagers, we're going to make sure that everybody's doing the right job and everyone's doing that job effectively and everyone's assigned, because we want people to be able to level up their skills. And so we want to make sure the right people are doing the right jobs. They're all getting their skills that they need. I've just noticed I actually need some food, so I'm just going to grab myself a quick egg, just so I can eat that. And I'm just going to see if there is anything else around here. There's one up here. So anything blue that I see at the moment, that's what I'm going to be heading for. We can go a little bit further out if we need to. We've got the cave as well. Now, I did mention I wanted to kind of rebuild this cave because it's kind of sitting a little bit higher. That was just when I put it in. But also, I've got all of these resources here, and I kind of don't want to take them at the moment. So I'm going to kind of leave everything there for now. We're going to set up a marketplace today so that we can move resources to and from the mine back to the settlement. We're going to make sure that the warehouse is running efficiently. And we're going to make sure all of the buildings are also running efficiently. So that's kind of the goal for today is efficiency, resource management, and just making sure the right people are doing the right things. Now, in doing that, we should also be able to set up a few new buildings. Two of them is going to be towards defense or attacking, and that's going to be the barracks and the, if we have a look into defenses, the barracks and the archery range. We're going to be setting both of these up as well. And then we're going to start looking at making hedge walls, just so we can increase our defense. So getting ready for winter. The other thing we have to do today is clothes. So making sure we have clothing, making sure we have defenses, and making sure we're efficient and that everyone's doing the right job. And that's part of the efficiency, making sure the right people are doing the right job. All right. We're also going to work on roads as well. So we'll pick up as many stones as we can, pick those up and make sure we take them back. So there is a lot for us to do today. I've just realised I need some onions. I can also just remove all of this stuff that I've got on this menu here that I don't need. It's a bit of a waste for me. Just keep the main items, and then when I pick new stuff up like this, it'll automatically be assigned to a hotkey and I can just press it. Alright, so far so good. This won't take too long today. And we're only going to bring into 24 villagers. I don't think at the moment we need to bring any more in right now. There is a trade-off with just keep bringing people in, because you have to feed them, obviously, and we've got winter coming up, so we definitely want to be careful with. We don't want people to die. And if we're responsible for too many people and we can't feed them or we can't clothe them properly, see, that can be a bit of a problem. Okay, good so far. Also, whilst we're out and about, we'll just see if there's anything else we haven't discovered yet. We're pretty much in a new area here, so it could be that we're going to run into a new point of interest. So just keep that out, keep that in mind. And eventually what we're going to work towards is things like boats. We will be able to play with ravens later, but again, I don't think it's worth it while you're trying to build up your villagers. And I want at least 50 villagers before I start wasting blood shards. And we're also going to start prepping for being able to attack. So soon we want to be able to go out and fight bosses. We can do that now, but we'd rather wait until we have a team with us. So the Proud Chieftain House, because now we have carpentry, we can start to make all of the late game items. We can start to make the houses, and that's going to make things better as well. So give options for things like the Proud Chieftain House. We have to first upgrade the woodcutter, the stone, and the gathering to a house. And that in itself is going to require a lot of work. So Plenty to do still, but no rush anymore. We've kind of done the rush to be efficient. There's many more things we obviously can do, but at the moment there's nothing else we really need to do. Not right now. This looks like a lake that we just discovered. We just found a large lake. It's pretty cool. Again, just going to head back. That could be a wolf den. I don't think it is though. No, I think that is just a big rock. Okay, so we're going to head back now. Remember, we only need to bring in 3 people, so we actually only need 15 of these, and we have enough of those. I'm just going to check real quick, but yep, so that's going to be the first person, that'll be the second person, that'll be the third person in. So actually, if we just get 2 more, get rid of that and get 2 more, then we can actually bring in a 4th person. So on the way back, we'll just try and do that. Here's hoping we get 2 from this here, although I don't think we will. No, that's fine. Okay, there's some big rocks here, which is really good. So we're just going to mark this as an area to come back to, knowing that the next time we come out, wow, there's like 6 there. There's so many there. So that is absolutely the next place we need to come to, and over here as well. Wow, there is so many here. Fantastic. Okay, so that means next time we come back, we'll come and do these. I'm just going to grab 1 from this for now. For that, I'm going to have to get rid of 2 of those stones, and I'll pick that up. Okay, we're good. Let's go back. Still lots around here, which is nice to know. That looks like a small spire. So we're just going to, whilst we're here, head over and just make sure it's discovered, because then it's on the map. And we don't want to attract that guy, so we're going to be careful, because he will come and attack us like that. That's it. He is going to chase us. We do not want to fight him. So we're just going to run away. All right, just looking at the map. Okay, so now we can see we're kind of heading back around this way. We've already discovered that that's the large spire, so now we're just going to head straight back up, back to where we need to go. It is a bit of a run. This is where the Raven makes life a lot easier, if we have the Raven altar. And if we're starting to go for longer distances, like if we're going to and from a point to collect stuff, it can be worth crafting a couple of Ravens to be able to get there quicker and get back quicker. Just makes that whole process a little less daunting, where you don't have to kind of run across the map every time. So it can make your gameplay a bit more efficient, but at the cost of, especially in the early game, not being able to get more villagers in. There is a villager running around. Okay, we just passed the mine. Says a storm is coming. Thor is beating his hammer. So one of the good things about, well, 2 good things about a storm. One is that it waters all the crops. So it makes the farmer's job easier because they don't have to water the crops. And 2, after a storm, there is always an abundance of mushrooms that you'll be able to find. So mushrooms and crops, because mushrooms can be used as vegetables in anything you're making, which is good. All right, let's bring our next person in. And now let's work on our efficiency. Oh, we already had 2 as well, which was good. So we're going to bring in... We'll bring in this person. Doesn't really matter at this stage. We just need to make sure we have these. And also now in here, we can deposit the rest of them. So they're all now in there as well. And anything else that needs depositing or what we don't want, we can just throw on the floor and the warehouse will sort that out for us. We don't have to worry. Speaking of the warehouse, we're going to assign a second person to the warehouse. Now, we don't want to assign anybody that has a skill in the regards that they can do something else. The people that live in the warehouse should really be people that just aren't very good at doing other things. So if they're good at doing other things, we don't really want to put them into the warehouse. That being said, skinning, you can go in there as well. So skinning animals, we're not too bothered about at the moment. We've got 2 people in the warehouse now. Also, we need to grab some food. Let's come and do that real quick. So good that we've got loads of food. That's nice. All right, so now looking at the menu and what we want to do and who can do what. The first thing we want to do is make sure everyone is on the right shift, because that's going to be important. And we want to make sure that everyone's in the right building. So let's head over to crafting first. We're going to just start while we're here. And we're looking for people that have skills in handcrafted items. So anyone that's got a skill in a handcrafted item like this belongs in here. So you're in a workshop hut. Workshop hut 4, skill, you should be assigned. Okay, so that's the first one. We also unlock Weaver because we've now got 2 people here. There is somebody else, and that's in the bloomery, so we're going to put you in as well. So we're going to go and reassign everybody now, which is why we're not worried about what people are doing. You're not really there, so we're going to dismiss you now from that role. So we now have 2 people in the workshop who also are proficient at crafting. Good. We're going to rename this as well, so we're going to call this the Fabric Workshop. That means that we know that this is used to make clothing, because here we've got the loom. And then here we've got the leather, because we've rebuilt everything. So that's now good. That's done. Heading around to here. This is going to be for the coal maker. We're going to make sure we've got the right person here. That's someone that likes making fire. And no one's really going to be proficient in that, so we can put anyone in here. A low-skilled worker. This one's going to be the bloomery. Bloomery needs to have skill in shaping and forging metal. So anyone that is proficient in this or good at this, there actually isn't anybody that I can see, so we're just going to take somebody. We can go ahead and take this builder. That's now their job. They're now working in here. We only need 1 person in here for now. Later on, we will need to automate this process, and that's something we'll be able to work on. We've got another warehouse that we've built. We just haven't put anything in here yet, so we can kind of get started on this for storage. The storage for this specifically is going to be both logs that we're going to put in here for carpentry. We're also going to work on long sticks. Again, this is going to be a lot of this is going to be for carpentry. So we're going to go for some of the additional carpentry materials. So large, we've got long and we've got large carpentry materials. So let's go for long first, long carpentry. You can see these are very long. We'll put that down there. We also want to go for large carpentry materials. Then we've got small carpentry materials. The large one, we can fit that just there. So that's all connected. And now we want small carpentry. And what we're going to do, we're going to move this. So this large carpentry we're going to take off. That's not going to fit on there with that one. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. This is where you have to learn to start playing Tetris. I think that was the small carpentry materials there, so okay, we're gonna have to extend this. We'll do that later. Put the large ones back in, so that's full. And then we're not gonna have any space for long. That's just not gonna fit anywhere, unfortunately. So that is what it is. We'll leave the long ones out for now, we'll deal with that later. Other things that we might want to put in here to make our life a bit easier is going to be coal storage. And so we can put some coal storage in here. Now we can actually put 2 of these at this end. Only one will go in there, but We're going to want to go for some coal storage. We'll put a couple of those in. Firewood is going to be another one because that's going to be used for coal. So we'll go for 2 of those as well. Although I don't think we have that much actually for firewood, so let's we'll keep this space and we'll actually put that on this side. You see the builders are in here working already, which is good. So what I'm trying to do is make sure we've got everything from this side from here, and then blooms is going to be the last one that we need. So making sure we've got blooms. Now I know we've got these in the other warehouse, but we want to put everything on this side, or on bloom, so that can go there. Now we're not going to get, I guess we could get 2 of these in if we were a little bit more effective with the way we're placing stuff. If we put 1 in there, we could get 2 in. And then we can do coal and firewood next to it. We can do it like that, and then they've got firewood there, so that kind of all works. So that for a warehouse, and then if we want to, we can just put a roof on this just so it will last a little bit longer. So the builders are going to work, they'll build that for us, which is great. And this is going to take care of everything on this side, which means we can technically run over here now to the other side. And even though it's a little bit dark, we can start to move some of this stuff that we're not going to need over here because we had a lot of buildings over here. So we had 2 log storages, or I think, if you remember, or we have 1. And this was going to have hardwood, so we don't want that. So we're going to have 20 of these, and we're going to say none of these. 0 of those, because we're going to have maximum of 20. So that's going to be for normal log storage. And then the hardwoods are going to go on the other side. So for this one, for long storage, we open up the tasks. We're going to say 0 there, because that's going to be no hardwood there. So we're not putting any hardwood on this side. And then, whilst there's ore and bloom here, we can actually break this down now. So to do that, we'd have to go to upgrades. We'd have to go to dismantle. Choose what we're going to dismantle, ore and bloom. And we're going to remove that from this side. We're also going to remove it from this side because we don't want this one. So again, we can open up the storage. Oh, sorry, open up the tasks. Upgrades and dismantle. Dismantle that. So we've got some more space here now that we can put stuff in. So all good so far. I think also we had firewood in here somewhere. I don't actually recall. There's coal storage as well. Now, we have an abundance of coal at the moment, as you can see, so we'll leave that there. I don't recall where... Stone storage. I know we had fire. I just don't recall where it is. So, that's not really a problem, though, to be honest. We'll deal with that later. All right, so coming over to this side, to the other storage. Once these are built... Now this one's going to be for long sticks, for example. So we're going to want to make sure with these ones, we only have hardwood sticks. So none and high. We're also going to want to make sure that we assign a worker. So we're going to put another builder in here. Someone that's not very good at anything else. All right. So now we've got workshop in here. That'll move all of the coal over as well, which is good. And now we can remove the coal from the other one. Everything's good. Someone's homeless, so we're going to go and fix that. That's the new person that's joined us. So we'll assign those. We need to put more thatch beds in there. So we know that we need thatch. What we can also do in terms of making sure that we've got space is if we look at our settlement resources, we can see what we've got. Look, we can see at the moment we've got no thatch. Let's go to our wood cutter. One of ours. We'll go to the front one here. View tasks, and we want you to focus on thatch as a high priority over everything else. Cool. Right, that's good so far. We'll get the next person in. Green farm. Yep, we can do that because we can get a farmer on board. That's good. We can get the next 5 of these out, so... all good, they're ready to go. All right, so that side's now done over here. Let's have a quick look at the tasks that we've got set up. So we want axes, pickaxes, rakes and hammers have to be first because they're our main tools. Hoes and knives are next to nice. Rope is definitely important. I don't think we need these anymore, so we'll take these out. Okay. Torches are important as well. I would say torches there. Bows we're going to put above clothing. So we've always got one bow and 30 arrows. Yep. Then a smoker horn and then clothing. Now I want one person, so Klaus is always going to be responsible. Well, actually no, sorry, I apologise. They all are. They're both going to be responsible for tools, but only Frida's going to be responsible for clothing. That way Klaus will never be distracted by making clothing. He will only make tools, and then if there are no tools to make, he will just chill out. She will, and I can also change it so she only works on clothing and not tools. That way one person only makes tools and one person only makes clothing, except for the axe, the stone axe, the rake and the hammer, because they are important. Like, we want to make sure that they both work on those tools. Alright, so now that they've both got their jobs and what they're doing, and again, I'm going to make it efficient. So one is always making clothing, one is making like secondary tools, like so. All good. Alright, so now that's done. We don't need to touch that anymore. The fabric workshop is done. Everything should be coming together. If we look up here, we should start to see we've got all of these tools lined up. We'll just grab what we need. So we've got some extras here. But we're good apart from that. I don't think we need anything else. In the bow, we'll take a bow. We've got everything else. We're good. Tools are all there, ready to go. Nice. That's working. We don't have a knife on us. We'll take a knife. Just so we've got all of our kit. Oh, yes, we do. Sorry, I apologise. We do have a knife. It's there. So we're good. So that now works. That's nice. Next thing we need to do, we're looking out for problems as well, if there's anyone got any problems here. I want to make sure this woodcutter's hut is effective, so we're going to check these out now. So we have 2 woodcutters in here. They're both proficient. That's good. We can also rename this, so it's not 6. This is going to be woodcutter's hut. We'll just call it. Oh, we can't even call it anything, so we're just going to call it. We'll call it wood hut. So this will be the wood hut 1. And this one is going to be wood hut 2. And the people working in this one, only one of them is proficient. So we want to make sure, is anyone else proficient at wood cutting? Yes, but they're in wood hut 1. Anyone else? No. So that's okay. We don't need all these woodcutters, I don't believe, so we can actually take out, because we've got so much of the wood done now. So we're actually going to dismiss one of the woodcutters. So this is going to be the main woodcutter, this is going to be the secondary one. And so we need to make sure, what are the tasks here? Well, in the main one, tasks are going to be collecting long sticks, logs, yes. No hardwood, logs and no long sticks, because there's only one person in here. So they're going to focus on thatch and they're going to focus on firewood. So thatch and firewood. We don't really need them to focus on fibers because we're making those anyway. Bark would be nice, but it's not super important. Resin would be nice, but it's not super important. But yeah, logs, long sticks, but we want thatch and firewood. So that's what this is going to be. And I'm going to call this wood hut small. Small. So this is going to be the small one at the front here. Now this one, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove one of these workers. So I'm going to take out Marin from here. Yes. I'm actually going to put Marin in this one. So now we've got the 2 in here. And for this one, I'm going to change it. So we're going to work on hardwood log. We're going to say yes. Oh. Hardwood long sticks, we're going to say yes. And then they're going to work on sticks. Thatch, not so much. Long sticks, yes. Logs, yes. Resin, yes. Firewood, yes. Fibers, not so much. Bark, yes, but not so much. So this focus is going to be more on the hardwood and the main items that they need. And the other one is going to be focused on kind of thatch and the little items, small items. So this one's just going to be woodcutter main. So I call this wood hut main. Now at least I know what they are and what they do. 2 people on this one person on that one. That's fine. I'm happy with that. All right, so they're all working. So now we come back to the gatherer. We're going to check the gatherer now. Have we got the right person gathering? Yes, they're at level 43 and they're doing really well. We could bring another person in. We just genuinely don't need to. This person can also skinning, but they're good. So Soon's doing their job really well. We'll leave them alone. Checking inside here. Got vegetables there. We've got loads of materials being picked up here, which is good. Including beetroot seeds, which we're picking up, which are going to be good for the winter. And the fruit basket, look at that. We have loads of mushrooms, loads of eggs. We'll just eat something right now. So that's good for cooking. Great. Warehouse here, we have 2 people working in a warehouse. We've done that already. The stone, we're going to check out the stone workers at the moment. We only need 1 person stone working. They can do foraging, but we don't need anyone else in foraging, so they're working on that. It's not Stonecutter's Hut 2, it's just Stonecutter's Hut. We could bring a second person in here for now if we wanted to, just so we've got 2 people doing this. But at the moment, it looks like if we look at our storage, this is almost full, which is good. And this has loads of stone. I don't think we need a second person in here at the moment. We can change that later if we need to. Coming down to the farm. And looking at the farm, we have an abundance of fibers. So many fibers, which is great. In fact, I'm just going to take these out of here for now. I'm going to move these over here. We're going to make a second farm later. That's another job we've got. We're just going to dump these in here. Just to make that job a bit easier. So now for crafting clothing, that can all happen here. So that's good. We also need our own clothing. So if we're looking at what we've got, we haven't got any trousers at the moment. If we look at what do we need to make trousers, we're going to need 2 rope and 8 linen. Well, look, we don't even need to pick anything up. We just come here. It's going to pick it up out of our storage. We can just make our 8 linen. And we can go for a few extra of these as well. All right, and now we can come and we can make our pants. So now we've got pants on. What else do we want to make? We want to make some headgear as well. So what do we want for headgear? Flimsy cap. Okay, we can go ahead and make that. We also want to make ourselves some gloves. We can go ahead and make those. Okay, so we've got most items on now. We want to make ourselves some boots and a cape. So what do we need for boots and a cape? Cape, we're going to need, let's just do 6 of each, because that'll be all right. So that's 6 of those, and we only need to do 5 of those, but we can do more later. We don't want to waste our time with this. This is a job for the team to do, not for us. All right, and then we need to do boots, which is going to be 1 linen thread, and we need 2 leather scraps. So we just make 1 linen thread. We've got to go and find leather scraps. Now, leather scraps we know come from the hunter. So I'm hoping if we pop over to the hunter, there should be leather scraps. We can take those. Settlement issues, another person homeless, that's okay. We'll just bring the next person in. Rain dancer and cold resistance. Storm force, winter resilience. We'll go for winter resilience. And then we're just going to come over here and make our boots. And then we'll leave the rest of the leather scraps that we don't want in there. Brilliant. So that's everything they need to do crafting with. This person needs our help. They need more fuel. Okay, well, we can deal with fuel in a bit. Okay. So now we have a full set of armor. bar the shoulder armor, which we'll make. But in order to make the shoulder armor, we need to be able to build that. We don't currently have the building for that. We also want to make, because there's a couple of other buildings we want to make, so let's put these down. We want to make a market and an outpost. So I'm thinking for the market, we're going to put that kind of about here. It doesn't really matter where it goes, but we're going to put it kind of just like here. That's going to be the market. And then also we need to have somewhere else for armor. And so I'm thinking that for armor, which is basically a advanced production, the armor smith, I think we can kind of put that. It doesn't really matter where it goes, but I think we can put that kind of like here, just out the way. And I don't know how that's going to look if... Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we'll leave that to get built. The builders will work on those, so we don't need to touch that. This builder did not find any wood shafts. I don't know what a wood shaft is, but okay, we'll look for that. Something else we can start to do, and something else I'd like to start to do, is terraforming, because the builders can do this. Just to make all of this land kind of like the same size, but not only just the same size, but removing all of this grass. We want to start getting ready to put roads down. And in order to do that, we want all of this to kind of be the same size here. And we want to fill in all of these kind of imperfections so that everything's nice and clean. So as you can see where these divots are and things like that, we want to fill all that in, clean it all up. So we'll do that as well. So again, we'll leave the builders to be able to do that. That could be their job for now. Right, we've got a healer that's working. That's good. Let's actually go and heal up because we're quite low on health. We'll just lay down. The healer can heal us up. Now we need to make sure, do we have the right person as a healer? So again, we can have a look at everyone. Just need to wait for this. We'll need to get the next cottage down as well. And do you know what that'll do? That person's running away, but we're good at the moment. So okay. So now, if we look at the healer, this is a level of spiritual attunement. Now nobody has any points in that, so we just put one person in there. It doesn't matter who it is. Good. All right. The farm. We got down to the farm, so let's just check the farm out. Farm has one person working in there. They're not agricultural. So even though they're level 25, they're not agricultural. So we really want to put someone in who is good at agriculture. So we're going to put in this person here because they've got more chance of coming and doing this. And we're going to take that person out. So now we've got one farmer, but this farmer's going to be leveling up quicker. Perfect. All right, for the cookhouse, so we'll do this one now. So is there anybody that is skilled in cooking? At the moment, no, so that's fine. So the person that is cooking, we'll leave them in there to do that. They're okay. They're also an apprentice, which means they're leveling up. That's fine. We'll leave cookhouse as it is. But the hunter's the perfect person because they've got 3 stars in here. The only thing we want for them is skinning. To give them skinning skills would be better as well, so they could level up that. But that's fine. That hunter, perfect person in there. We'll leave them. And that right now is everything we need to focus on for efficiency. We need to bring some workers in here. So we're going to bring someone in this side. It doesn't really matter who at the moment. We're just going to add somebody into this workshop. In fact, if we add in another person to this workshop. No, I thought we got something for this, but this is going to be the metalsmith. So having crafting. So now we need to look at what tasks. Well, we know we've got the iron drawer and the crude iron hammer. Next thing that we want to work on, once we've got that, is going to be the pickaxe. We're going to have a pickaxe in here. Next thing after that is we want to make sure we've got the crude iron rake. We want to make sure we've got the crude iron road maker, the skinning knife. I would say the skinning knife is probably more important, so we'll do that. We want to make sure we've got the... Did I do an iron hoe already? No, so we'll do an iron hoe as well. And that is all of the main items here that we want. And the next thing that we're going to do is nails. So we're going to go for, we'll just do 10 nails after everything else is done. So we'll go to 20 nails. 20 nails is good. And we want to go for carpentry. So we're going to want to make some wood posts. We'll go for 3 wood posts. We'll go for 3 wood beams. Now these, we can make 50. We don't want to do that. So we're just going to make 10 wood shafts. We're going to make 6 planks. I think that's right. Oh yeah, they're the wood shafts, that's right. So that's the items that we need here. We're going to bring a second person to work on this because we could really do with 2 people in here. This will be another build-up. They'll get carpentry skills. They're also going to get skills in shaping or forging metal tools. They'll get from here. So we really want to bring someone in who has that forge skill. So we're going to look through. This person's good at it, but no one else has it, so that's fine. So we're looking, when we bring someone in now, we're looking for someone with that skill to bring them in. We've got 1 person in the warehouse there. That's it. Everything is now being made and being done. This person's saying they can't find any stone. Okay. We'll go and move the stone marker. And that's most of the efficiency done at the moment. We need to build an outpost. In fact, let's just take some torches with us, because one of the big thing here with torches and also with these large stone pickaxes is if we head up the top now we've got our crude iron pickaxe. We're going to give that to the miner who is already up here. Yep. So we're going to go and see the miner. We're also going to take this one down, because we know that one doesn't work anymore. We're going to go look for some more stone. I have a feeling we'll find more stone up at the mine. All right, and that's our 24th person. We've got them. Great. Yes, there's lots more stone outside here. It looks like more on this side over here. So what we'll do is we'll put another stone marker down here. Perfect. And now we're going to come in here and we want to fix this, because this is a little bit of a mess. So what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is actually destroy this, which is going to seem a bit counterintuitive, but in order to do this, also I want to make sure we take all of these down to the bottom. But we're going to take this mine. Now, where is our miner? He's out and about. Okay, cool. So, the only way we can destroy this, I think, is to explode it. Yeah, I don't think we can do it unless we explode it. This person is saying they need better pickaxes. Okay, well, look, we have a better pickaxe for you. We also have these torches for you. So now you've got torches and pickaxes. The rest of this stuff you kind of don't need. So we'll leave you to that. That's all you need for now. So he's got what he needs. I don't like the fact that this is sitting higher than it should. It's a bit buggy, and I can't do anything about that. Also, inside here, there's going to be these creatures. These are the cave creatures we talked about. I need to speak to this guy. He is not the best person for this job. I'm going to need to change his job, because we need someone in here that doesn't get scared. Someone in here has to have, we're just going to go and manage this. They've got to be a good miner, but they really need like steadfast resolve. So they're good at this, but we need someone that's got, so if we look, Steadfast resolve. I possess an unwavering mental fortitude which makes me immune to anxiety debuffs, allow me to remain focused in the face of adversity. So we need a steadfast resolve, but this is a builder. We need them to be a miner. So what we're looking for is this eye icon and this stone icon. So if we see that together as a pair, that one's not, sadly. But we're looking for the eye icon first. That one's not, sadly, as well. This one is, but they don't have... They're a coal maker, but they don't have the rest of the skills that we need, so... It's something that we can look out for when we bring somebody else in. They're the skills we want them to have, right? Now, we can deal with this at the moment by going in there for them. So we need to go in here, and we need to find these crawlers. Because now they've broken through, they're into this main area. So there's another one here. And then there's this middle section. And if we kill this middle section, we'll stop them respawning in this area. Just wait until we get some water back. All right. Okay. So now we shouldn't have anything else spawn in this area, but we can keep going down. As you can see, there'll be more down here. This is like the main chamber. So we're just going to kill these. Is there more? Yeah, there's two more over here. We'll kill these as well. They're very easy to kill. No more that side. He's done a lot of work down here. More down here. Yep. Oh wow, 4 more. Oh, we just broke our tool. That's not good. Can hear more still. Where could the others be? Not down here. They're all different ways you can go in this cave. We're good. We need to go and heal up in a bit. All right. Now we can skin these. They'll drop meat. And sometimes they'll drop sacks as well. So these ones just drop meat. We can also harvest these crawler eggs. They will grow back. But this will give us a crawler sack and some resin. Now crawler sack is what we want. Sometimes they'll give other stuff as well. This one's got a maggot, which is used for bait. So that's food. We've got this, which is food. We can grab this food. This is finger growth. And now we've got these iron deposits. Now we need the pickaxe for that, which we don't have. But we've just given it to the miner. So the miner now has these. And we've cleared out the cave. Now the miner can come in here and farm. We can pick up the things like the fertilizer, the crawler sack, the maggots, all that stuff. And this is just another good little place to come and farm. We're not going to do that though. That's not going to be our focus today. We're going to get out of here. If we can remember how, it's up here. And up here and out. So now the miner will be able to come in here and do their job. We'll leave all this stuff for now. All good. And then obviously if there's anything there, we can take it with us. Now, at the moment, it is a little bit annoying that that's sitting high. It's just a glitch. It normally sits lower than that. It's not a problem. Visually, the fact that we're walking through like that and the fact that these baskets are sitting so high, it's just when it was placed in the wrong place. We can blow this up with explosives, but I don't think there's anything we can do with this now. Like now the mine's up, I don't think we can I don't think we can dismantle it or do anything else with it. It's just, it is there. But that's fine for now. A small problem, and you probably won't even see that on your gameplay or your playthrough. All right, let's head back. Now, something we can also do, and I think this is probably a good time to do it, because we're going to go do a lot of back and forth from this mine. So, what we're going to do from here is we're going to terraform and build a road. So we need to put it down at the start. So we'll do it from kind of here. We're going to turn around, and we want to have on our map, we want to know where is the Eye of Odin, because that's pretty much where our door is. All right, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to place this post here. We're going to turn around and we're going to go in a straight line as best we can. Now we may have to go round a few things. But we want to be able to go in kind of this general direction. So we're going to place that. If we can't place it again, it will be because there'll be something in the way. In this instance, I think it's this tree. So we're going to have to knock this tree down. Oh, we don't have an axe because we broke it. We'll come back and do the road. But we want to be able to put a road going all the way down here, like this. All the way down here. And then we can run on this road and we will save stamina. And that's going to come all the way down to here. What are you three doing? We also want to bring another person in. We've got loads of builders, but we're going to bring one person in here. And this person, which is Ragnar, is going to go in at night. So now we've got everyone doing their jobs. We need to know who's on day shift. So we'll put everyone on day shift unless they prefer working nights. If they prefer nights, we'll leave them on nights. Otherwise, everyone's going on to a day shift. They work during the day. The healing hut, we want a day and a night. This person prefers night. So we're going to put them on a night shift. This person will switch to a day shift. Now we've got someone in the healing hut 24/7. The hunter's hut day, that's fine. Good. Day shift, day shift. We'll do another day. So here, this person prefers daylight. This is two people in the warehouse, so we'll put one in at day and one at night. Oh, this person actually prefers daylight as well, so we can swap this out for another person. But really, you want someone in the warehouse 24/7, right? And because this makes them more effective and powerful during the daylight. This person as well prefers day shift. Wood hut main. So one day, one night. So they're 24/7, which is good. Wood hut small day shift. Workshop, again, prefers daylight. So sunrise vision. Okay, good. All in a day shift. That's good. All right, so everyone prefers daylight at the moment. So we need to start bringing in some nighttime workers, but otherwise that's good. We need to sort out our homeless people that we've got. I can see we're starting to get some more beds in here now, so that's good. It's working. Let's check these out. So this just needs thatch. We've got the person working on thatch, so that's all good. Okay. We could start to bring in more people. We don't need to stop at 24. So if we want to... we could bring in the next one. What we can also do is upgrade this to tier 2 if we wanted to as well. But for now, we're going to bring in another person. We're going to aim to work up to 30 people. So feeble lodger, but night shadow. So we'll do that. This one's... okay. They'll probably have some good other stats. All right. So that's everything we've got there. come over to this side and we're going to put the iron ore down. Now to make life easier with the iron ore, we can chuck it straight into here because that's where it needs to go. Oh, we didn't bring the iron ore. My bad. I thought we had it. Wolfer pack is approaching. We can deal with those. The stone as well. Now, I know there was some stone on this side, I believe. There's the stone storage. Now, this is large stone storage, not small. So, for small stone storage, we'll have to come back to here. This is where we can deposit all the stuff. Now, this is actually full at the moment, so we need another small crafting materials for later. The other place we can put stone stuff if we need to is over here. And we can put it inside here as well. Right, let's go look at them wolfers and where they're coming in from. Fence is under attack. That's just here. Okay. We know how wolves attack, so... That's it. Wolves have been defeated. That was nice and easy. Let's go heal up. Everyone's waking up for the morning shift. That's great. We need to go and lay down and get healed. The other good thing about this time in the morning is if anyone is in recreational, they're going to be sitting around the Odin, the Eye of Odin. I've got 2 workers now, which is good. I'm pretty sure we assigned 1 night and 1 day though, so let me have a look at the healing hut. Maybe they're on crossover. Healing hut, yeah, day and night shift, so they're just on crossover at the moment, so that's good. Alright, we're fully healed. So here, I can see if anyone's got any problems. This is a good place for me to come and see, is there any problems? Does anyone need anything? They're all in recreational time, which is good. But it allows me to come through. I can also check up here, there's no problems. So everyone's good. So this is a strong place to be. I want to make sure we focus on the terraforming. Again, I mentioned this before, but terraforming is really important to me at the moment to make sure that everything is leveled out and clean and, you know, we're building the best way we can. Especially stuff like this where we can make this like a little bit higher. And then that will hopefully eventually connect all of this up. And we'll get the builders in to help with this. So now everything's efficient. We've done the efficiency side of things. We need to get the market up and running. So I think a good place to put a market is going to be just here. Oh, we've already done it. We built it, didn't we? I forgot we'd done that. And it's built as well almost. So this is in a last step now. So we'll get the market done. That's finished. On the other side, over here, I want to level a lot of this out around here. We're using this as the... and we can also do little small parts here, by the way, by leveling these out as well. If we're going to focus on the leveling out, the terraforming of the field, which I kind of want to go from this area. This is going to come down a lot, by the way, when I do this. Yeah. So this... I've got to make sure I don't dig myself into a hole here because that could be very problematic. You can get the idea. Now this is really good if you ever want to build like a trench or something, especially like a moat outside your base, trap people in. Great idea. You can do this. I'm just trying to level everything off at the moment so that within the base, everything's on the same level this way. Don't really care about the outside of it, so that cliff can be there because the wall, the fence, that's fine. However, I'm going to need to clean this up. So what I can do is just hoe this like this. And what it will do is it will start to level everything off. Now this person says they cannot find any long sticks. So we have a shortage of long sticks at the moment. Do you know about? Again, look, I can try and hit this. There we go. And what this is going to do is it's going to start to flatten out all of this space, which is important because we want this all to be nice and flat, right? So as we're focusing on this here and trying to make all of this land kind of as squared off as it can be, we'll let the builders do that. And we'll focus on this side. Now with this is going to be really difficult. We have to try and find the right hit point, because sometimes you just swing through. But if you find it, and it will work, there you go. He starts to level it all out. There we go. Now, that is obviously a bit too high at the moment. We're getting rid of all of these little imperfections in the road. And this is important because we're actually going to put a road down. But we don't want to put a road down until everything is nice and flat. So we're going to go from here. We'll level all of this side out here like so. Again, the builders can come and do a lot of this. I'm just trying to do this because I want to put the next building down. Especially this one here. Alright, this is going to be nice and clean. And anyone that's got problems will let us know and we can deal with them. Go nice and clean coming in, that's all clean. Good. Now we need to deal with this bit. This is a bit of a mess. There we go. And there we go. So now what we want to do is just smooth all of this out, make it all a bit cleaner. We can smooth this out as well. Now we've got this nice bit that we can run through. Again, we can really clean this out later if we want to, but for what I want to do now is I want to put this down to here. And I want to kind of build out this way. So we'll leave that. They can fix that. We've got a village, which is great. Everything else here is nice and clean, so we can now start to put down the roads. So in terms of in here, we're going to have a main road that's going to go from here. And it's going to go straight down. So we'll do that straight down to the farm. We'll also have it running from here. And that's going to run down kind of just to here. Then on this side, we want to run it over to here. Because that's going to be for the accommodation. And you can do curves as well, which is pretty cool if you work it out. That works. So just simple little roads at the moment. We'll do another one going this way. We can't go inside there, unfortunately, but we can go up to this point anyway, up to the entrance. We also want to be able to go here. All the way up. At least as far as it will let us. Now it's not letting us go there because that's the entrance. We can go up to here, like so. Just not when that person's walking on it. Again, you sometimes have to try and get these the path thing right. Be a bit of a challenge. And in that case, you can just stop that there if you want to. Put another one here instead like this. Okay. So what we want to build here is going to be a barracks. So we'll go for defensive. We'll put the barracks in. We'll put that in just behind the... I guess we can get rid of some of these buildings as well now. So this one can go. We'll dismantle that one. That one can also go. We'll dismantle that one. Now we can kind of put the barracks down. Now I don't know if that's going to work. So we'll just check if we lower this. No, see that's going to raise the ground. We don't want to do that. So we're going to dismantle that first. And before we get carried away here, we're going to transform this. And we're going to aim to make this the same size as everything else down here. And very important at this stage that we're terraforming everything properly. Especially as this is all different size land. Cool. What are you doing trapped in here, my friend? This person's now trapped. Nice. Okay, alright, we're good. Get some food. We need to get a road maker for dealing with this. We are making a road maker here, so that's fine. So we'll go to quests, add a task. We're going to make a simple wooden road maker to start with. We might even be able to make one. No, because we need some sticks and some stuff. But they'll make a road maker and then they'll give that and that will all be done then. All the stones have been put in there already. So that's good to go. We're just going to grab some food. We need to repair our tool, our axe. So we'll do that. So we'll just take a stick. We should be able to just come and repair this. Done. All right. That's pretty much all of the efficiency stuff done. There is obviously still more stuff we need to work on, but for now, we've got the hammer as well, so that hammer's done. So we'll take the hammer out because we want to give the hammer to somebody. See this person here, I'm going to trade you, I'm going to give you a better hammer. So now you're going to be more efficient because you're working with a much better hammer. And we'll take out the tools that you don't need. You need an iron axe for carpentry. Okay, well that's fine. If you need an iron axe for carpentry, I'll give you my axe as well. There we go. So now he's got an axe and a hammer. So he can do both. Or they can do one each, whatever. This person doesn't need any of that. If this person's doing carpentry though, because they've got that, I need to take that. This person who's doing this, you're the one that's going to need that hammer. Perfect. Now they're using better tools. They'll work a lot quicker. Now I need to put a hammer in here as well. So this person also needs a hammer. I just don't have a hammer good enough to give them at the moment. So there we go. All right. That's everything they're done. The market is, the armor smith is now done as well. So we can start crafting items. We just go inside, craft, and we can start making a leather arming cap or a leather helmet. We can make these, but we need to be crafting level 49. This one we need to be crafting level 24, and we're not at the moment, so we need to work towards that. This is a thick linen gambeson, which we'll work towards, gives us some armor. So yeah, having this would be pretty cool. Getting the leather helmet again will be pretty cool. So that is cured leather hides. The cured leather hides is nice and easy because we just come over to the leather maker here. We would first of all take our leather scraps and our linen thread and we'll make a leather hide, or we can skin animals with an iron knife, and we get these. Then these get cured on a tanning rack here. So put them on a tanning rack. And then once that's done, if we look at storage, this would be where this would all live. So we need to go and get some pelts and stuff. This person's good. Everyone's good. Cool. All right. The next thing that we also need to build, which we don't have at the moment, is we need to start upgrading these gates. So we're going to make this a hedge gate. And then we're going to start upgrading these walls to hedge walls. This is going to be the next stage of our defense that we're going to upgrade. So we'll leave that. We'll do a bit at a time. There's not really much else we need to build at the moment. We just need the thatch that we're waiting on. This person needs something. Couldn't find any wood shafts. Need road makers. Yes. Okay, so we know that they're waiting for road makers, which... we can actually make that road maker. We just need these stone blades. And I think I have... No, I do not. We need to put some torches out as well. Let's get some lighting in here. We'll build a flimsy torch first. We'll just put one random one down. And then we can build stone lanterns, which will be much better. We have no stones left at the moment. They've all gone. Crawler sacks we don't need. Crawler slime is fertilizer, so we'll chuck that on the floor. We can eat that food. That's good food. It gives us some intelligence increase, which is pretty cool. It doesn't stack, but it's good to know. But yeah, we've got that stuff there. Over here with crafting, so if we scroll down, this is where we will eventually be able to make those explosives. We can't craft them yet. We are getting some more items. All the way up, by the way, now to a level 4. Look, we can make a large crude iron, but we need an improved metal worker for that. So we're not ready to do that stuff yet. That's going to come later. We're just going to drop all these items off. And then the other thing we need to put on this side, because there's one more thing we haven't set as a task. This is weapons. So for weapons now, we're going to build a sword. We're going to build a crude iron battle axe. We're going to build a crude iron warhammer. And we're going to make some shields. So in terms of shields, that's 440 durability. That's 400. We look at what it makes. You can look at the shape of it, see which one you prefer. This one's 300. So we're going to go for this one, which is a little bit... It doesn't take that much more. It takes one extra nail and one extra leather scrap. So I guess the crude Norman shield effectively is going to be best ideal for money. So we'll make one of those. Now we're going to have weapons. And also we're going to make a couple of these large water skins. Now this requires linen thread and cured leather. So we're going to make it on the other one over here. Add a task. And we're going to make large water skin. Cool. We can always make sure we've got at least 2 cured leather as well. That's always done. Right, everyone's kind of got their tasks of what they need to do and how they need to do it. We'll just leave it, and eventually everything's going to kind of just clean itself up. We're going to sort the homeless people out. That's good. And then we need to, again, start sorting this out by leveling all of this out, removing a lot of this. A lot of this is quite uneven. And we want to kind of make sure that the land we've got is kind of nice to walk on. So this just smooths out quite nicely, and we can just go through and just work through all of this. Again, it'll clean all of the land up. Just make the whole process a bit smoother for us. So, especially here, because this was a bit of an awkward spot we had. If we wanted to, we can also do this just to remove all of these weeds and all the grass and stuff here as well. Just give it all a very nice, well, a muddy feel at least. And then we can start to put gardens down. We can start to put decorations down. All kind of things that will make this all look nice. The other thing we can do here if we don't want to do this is we can make this terraforming, and then we just put something down like here, and it'll just do this whole space. We haven't got to mess about with it. All right, and we can leave that, and that'll be a job for the builders. Do the same here. Again, doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. Sometimes it doesn't work, and that's fine. We can just do it ourselves. Especially if we're doing it around the edge here. Because once the road's down, if we do this, we'll actually take the road up. So it's sometimes a good idea to do this before the road goes down. And again, that's a lot of today, is just going through. We spent a good hour on this, but the idea is that now everything should be a little bit more efficient, running a little bit better, look a little bit nicer. Okay. And then we've got the barracks, and now the next one we want to put down is going to be the archery range. So we're going to get those two down as well. And then we're ready to go out and get some more blue stones. All right. So knowing that this all works and looks good, and we've cleaned everything up, we need to get another cottage down. Because one of the things with carpentry at the moment is it's going to take some time. So we're not... Oh, by the way, we can smooth this out really nicely now. This whole area that we had here. We'll start with putting the barracks down. And we kind of want to put the barracks down near the healing hut. Doesn't have to be, but we're kind of going to put it down near the healing hut, and also by the entrance. And then, again, the terraforming. We'll do that from here. We want to go over and clear a lot of this space here, like so. Leave that for the builders. That's the builders' job, not ours. We'll just take this part out. Cool. Yeah, that's going to look quite good once it's done. The barracks will be there. The archery range will go next to it. We don't need to really go up into this corner here, so this is just extra space for us. But later on, I want to put a house here. We'll have a long house that will go all the way down here. And that is going to be in housing. We can now make that, by the way, a long house, which is pretty cool. I would like to build a long house. I'm also going to need my chieftain house, which is where I'm going to live. And if I'm going to put that anywhere, I'd like to put it up near the front. Because that's just going to be my way in. I don't think the chieftain house is going to go in here, though. It might do. No, I think that would be a bit too much. Let's try it. Let me just remove this. I don't think it's going to fit in this space. I think there's a little bit too much here. Kind of looks like it might fit, but I think I might have to get rid of the paths and things first to do that. But yeah, I would like it there. But that's cool. I'm gonna put it. Where are we gonna put it? I don't actually know. Don't actually know where it's gonna go. It does need to live somewhere. Don't really want to put it over the back here. You know what? I think what we'll do, we'll dismantle the barracks. And we'll put the chieftain hut down first. Question is where? Oh, it's not going to go down there because that's there, so... Let me just get rid of that for a sec. There we go. So the chieftain house can go down here. think there's some stuff there, which is why it won't go any further that way. There we go. That could be the chieftain house. But then we also need to get the barracks down. And the archery range. And they can go at the back here. So keep flattening this land out. Again, just following off from where the fence is. I'm going to kind of just head out the back here. And as we start to head down that way, the land slopes down anyway, so that will be perfect. Nice. All right, we'll leave all that to get finished, and that'll all get built. Once the chieftain house is down, we can make the proud chieftain house, but we need to do the gatherer's house, the stonecutter's house, and the woodcutter's house. So they are 3 upgrades we are going to be working on today. We're going to start with this one. So upgrading this is going to require wood posts, wood beams, wood shafts, and wood planks, which we're all now making and we've automated. Thatch, which we know, small stones is easy, large stones is easy, and some nails, which we're making. So we'll do that first. As the first upgrade. We'll only do one at a time. But everything is now being made and everything is being done and we've automated everything and we've got everything as optimized as it can be. We do need to make another bed here. It looks like one person's not satisfied with the food that they've received lately. Let's add another cook. I have a feeling we don't have enough cooks. So we're going to add another chef. He's a builder, so we'll just make him a chef. So we've got 2 chefs now, Nut and Burger. And if we look at them, go down to Cookhouse. Oh, that's good, because that's a day shift and a night shift, and that's perfect. Good. Oh, what did we eat? I don't know what we just ate. Wasn't paying attention. Hallucinations, well fed, but food poisoning. Okay, so could have been some mushrooms or something dodgy, but all good. We can also, again, just clear all of this space up. And now, again, the last thing we're going to want to build now, we've got the market is down, is we need to build the outhouse. Or the outpost, sorry. So we're going to go and do the outpost. So we've now got carts as well, or sleds, which is really awesome. Because this builds 2 sleds. You can build them independently, but I don't bother because we'll build them here instead. We try and clear all of this scree and mess, and we want to try and keep this all as level as we can. Any of these kind of imperfections that we can see here, kind of really nice to be able to level them all out. And this is another place where you can lose a lot of time. If you're into your beautification of your settlement, you want to make it all look really nice, you can put a lot of time in here. I'm not going to do any more than this. I think this is enough for us. I'm just sorting the pathing out here a little bit so it's a little bit smoother, because this is an area that we're going to be using quite a lot with these carps and stuff. And I just want to clean up here, just as this is an important way in. Okay. So that feels like we've made progress in the visual aspect, but also in the efficiency aspect, which is really important. I don't think this is going to work if I try and level this down to here. Might do. Yeah, maybe it does. I feel like it's going to make this really messy. Could be okay. I think the pathing tool does a really good job of this game. It's quite subtle, but it works quite nicely. I just don't think I'm going to get... You know what? Actually, I might. If I do this one, that might work. Because now, hopefully, I can... If I can't pull this one back, maybe I can do this from here. I can do this side, like that. Because if that moves off there, then I should, there we go, be able to slowly move up here. And it will eventually pull it out. So yeah, you can work it. It does work. Takes a little bit of effort. But I'm pretty happy with that. And then for this one, I don't know if this will work. Again, doesn't look like it will. You can only do this bit here. But that's fine. We can kind of just try and work along the side here. Again, just trying to level this out a little bit, but that's cool. That works. All right, we'll just have to leave a little, bump in there. And that's because the fence is there. So I could take the fence out, straighten it out once the fence is gone and do it like that instead, but that's fine. We'll just leave that there. All right, so everything's going to get made. That's good. We're going to leave all of that. It's all looking a lot better now anyway. This bit, obviously, we want to clean up. Just because visually you can see these like bumps here. And a little bit of a divot there, but again, overall, looking nice. And then we've got the gate. Gate comes out. This has now been made, which is fantastic because now we can add hedge spikes to this. So hedge spikes, which is why we need the arrow pointing inwards, because hedge spikes are now going to give us another layer of defense. We're going to head up and get some more iron. And I'm not going to do anything else with the stone at the moment until everything internal is done. But then once all of that's finished, we'll make this road that goes up here. So what I'm going to do right now, just by running up here, we're going to place the outpost. Got to kind of figure out where that outpost is going to go as well. We can blow this up and get this out of the way. So we'll do that, because then we can have a nice straight run. So we'll play with explosives. But the idea is that this here, obviously being the mine, where are the guys working in the mine? They're not in here. We'll have to find him later. Yeah, so this being the mine area here. Think for an outpost. So we go to settlement, outpost. It's a decent size, but we're going to want to put it, I guess, somewhere like this. So we're going to have to clear out, just a few of these trees. These stone clumps, all of this is going to have to go. So we're going to do this. And once this is all done, we can put the outpost down in front of the mine. Oh, we don't have an axe though. Right, we're going to have to go and grab another axe. Because these are obviously all birch trees here. Yeah, we'll clear these birch trees out the way. And then we're good to go. And that's autumn pretty much done. So we're going to start heading into winter now. Now we're kitted up. We need to make sure all of our villagers are kitted up. So we're going to keep an eye on them. But as soon as autumn comes to an end, and by the way, you can start to see in autumn, it's kind of got this orange rustic glow. We've still got some of the green trees, but how did he get in? Let's see if the tools are ready for us. I don't think they will be yet. We'll check. No, we don't yet have any tools here. So, oh, no, not on this side. So we've got the pickaxe, the iron pickaxe. which we'll take because we need one of those anyway. And then when we change this as to what's made next, oh look, we're not making an axe. We need to make an axe. We'll work on the axe next. But we'll work on the axe first. All right. That feels fair. We can also assign an extra person in here. So it might not be a bad idea because we don't need all the builders at the moment. And this person's actually a builder, but they're good at crafting. So we'll put a crafter in there. We've got 3 people on here. These people are... What's this person? These need... We need hardwood logs. Okay, well... To do that, I'm going to need your axe. Which you don't seem to have on you. So where your hammer's gone. And I don't know where your axe has gone. So you've lost the axe that you had. And you've lost the hammer that you had. Wait, what? What's in here? Iron hammer head and a pickaxe head. Where's the axe head? I'm a little bit lost as to what happened to the axe head that we had. Nails are in there, that's good. There's some wood in there. I'm pretty sure I gave one of these the axe. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. No. Whoever's got the axe. Unless I moved them out of that roll. Alright, well, that's something that we'll figure out. This person's got loads of stuff on them. I can take these tools off them. Stops them. Gives them some more space. I need to figure out all these tools. Look, I've got so much stuff that I just don't want on me. All of these. Maybe not that one, but yeah, all of these. I'll leave them down there for a minute. Right, and I don't know where my axe has gone, so kind of interesting that someone's taken it. He's only got a level 2. Oh no, hold on. You have got... Here you go. He's got one there. We're going to borrow that. Right, let's go and chop down these trees up here. It could be that one of the woodcutters have taken the axe. But the carpenter needs it because the 2 tools a carpenter needs is the axe and the other one that we made, the draw knife. So 2 logs for the chieftain house, 1 wood post, 4 wood beams, 4 wood shafts. Now, the carpenter's not working at the moment, so that's... We're going to have to wait for that. We do have one of the woodcutters is focusing on making hardwood. So we did tell him that. We're just going to help. And look, the builders are running up here and grabbing stuff, so we do need to create a trade route and move stuff just so the builders are not wasting so much time. And that is the last part of our efficiency today, is to get the outpost and the market up. And work on the upgrades, obviously. So there's some big upgrades coming. Now the chieftain house, the first part of it, is going to require an upgrade. And we can't do the upgrade to that until we do the woodcutter, the stone, and the gatherer house. So the next upgrade from here is those 3 houses, then the upgraded chieftain house, and then we can create a party. Then we can take 3 people out with us, and we're never alone. And so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go and do a huge run for bluestone with 4 people all crafting, all mining together. So that's going to be crazy efficient. Then we're going to, in the background, keep working to make sure everyone's got the tools that they need. So the tools will start to filter into circulation. And as I mentioned, clothing. We're going to make sure everyone's got clothing for winter. As winter draws in, we want to make sure we've got enough food stored up, which we have. We've got food. And we want to make sure we've got enough clothes stored up. So those are our goals that we're going to be focusing on. And that will run us through the next episode. I'm going to take this one down. And again, we can always look in settlement resources here to see what we've got. Loads of bark now. A little bit of thatch coming in, so the beds are getting made up, which is nice. We are few sticks, not many long sticks. Loads of iron, which is great. That's all been taken down. 116 meat, 229 eggs. We're totally fine there. And a few mushrooms. We are running low on vegetables. Vegetables are going to be a concern, and we need to stock up on those. But they spoil. That is a challenge. But yeah, we can use a mushroom as a vegetable, which is nice. And we get beetroot in the winter. The second farm is the next thing to put in as well. We'll do that tomorrow. Get a second farm in. And then we can focus on next year, making sure we've got decent crop rotation. Right, let's have a look. Can we get this down? So, outpost. Yep, we can. It will go just here. So let me just level this and see, is it going to be high or low? No, that looks good. All right. And then that's in the entrance of the mine. Which is fine for us. We've got all the hardwood here as well, so that can all be taken down. And the warehouse staff and the builders will come pick this stuff up. So we don't have to worry about it. But the outpost is effectively just a warehouse. Now, the way that the outpost works can be a little bit confusing because you have two aspects to a villager, where they live and where they work. At the moment, it's been very simple because everyone just lives in the base. But now you're going to be able to assign people where they live and you'll be able to assign them where they work. So someone here is going to work in this outpost, but they can still live in the base. The reason that's important is because where they work is where they will take tools from. So they will only take tools from the outpost. They won't take tools from the base. So we need to ensure that we have tools being sent from the base to the outpost. So for the miner, for example, the miner will live in the base, but they'll work at the outpost. Because the mine is going to be attached to the outpost. Which means we need to put all the miner tools in the outpost. And then we need to set up a trade route for the market. The market is effectively just the logistics hub. That is going to move stuff back and forth. So it will take all of the iron ore. And the market will move it down to the base. And it will take torches and tools and things like that. Food. And it will bring it up here. Oh, it's actually quite hard to level this from here. So let me just drop that. There we go. Trying to find where it says level. There we go. All right. Also want to just flatten this out a little bit if I can. Let me try with this. I don't know if this will work from here. It might not. Okay, I guess we can do these two. And that's our last hoe. So we'll just leave that there. Cool. And then from here, it's just straight out the back. We'll have to take down these clumps, all the trees, everything that's in our way, basically. And seeing that the base is that way, and the outpost is here, we're going to have a road. And that road is going to go from here, or from here. And it is going to go straight down. And so for that, we can kind of see already, this tree's in the way. And because of this, actually, it's a good idea, because we need normal trees as well, so we need a couple of normal trees. And actually we've got them here, so I'll get some firewood because firewood's always going to be useful. That can go on the pyre to make coal. And we'll take this one down. This is going to give us the logs and the long sticks that we need to be able to make the outpost. So the builders won't have to bring it up with us. I have to go and get some water. We'll do that shortly. And that's a big improvement on today. Now, today was more of a logistical day. It was more of an efficiency building day, more of an aesthetic cleaning up day. There is still a bit of progress going on. All right. I think overall, we're good. So we can also assign things like woodcutters up here and stuff like that. They can work from here, and especially as we don't want to remove all the resources that we've got from where we are. I can also take a couple more of these trees out from this area. And we're going to go back and get some water so we don't die. There should be a little water spring around here somewhere. Yep, there's one right there. So we can just go and grab some water from here quick. Good. All right, good progress today. Now we can just help out. So there is the element of us going out and bringing in more villagers. We could do that. I don't think we need to at this stage. I think we just need to build. So it looks like we're coming into winter, maybe. I don't know why, but it looks like... Maybe not. Everything started to look a bit white. Alright, so this path that's going to come from here is going to come straight down to here. It won't go any further this way at the moment, so we'll build it to there. And we need to blow this up. So that is something that's going to come later. We already have our, if we press J and go into our journal and look at items, in terms of, I believe it's in materials, all the slime, might be magic, exploding sacks. So, yeah, produces an explosion that will destroy anything in a small radius. It can also trigger cave-ins. So then we come straight down this way, like this. In fact, we don't want to follow that pink mark. What we want to do on the map is use, what we'll do, we can do this as kind of our last build here as well today. In terms of defences, we want to put up a watchtower. So we're going to have a couple of watchtowers. The first one... I don't think it will let me do it because the road hasn't been done. Let me see if I can... Do we have the tools to finish that road off? So we're asking to build a road maker. No. Okay, so let us build a road maker. What do we need for this? 4 stone blades. There must be enough stones in here, right? There's no stones in here. The stones are going to be stored over here. There we go. There we go. Let's make these stone blades. And also, let's grab some food. Good. And let's top up our water so we don't get caught out. All right. Let's go make our road maker. And that means we can now start putting this stone down. So we can obviously get someone to do this for us. We don't have to do it ourselves, but we definitely want to have this. I'm going to do the main road here. This can also be built now, which is nice. So if I come outside to do this, there we go. So we can build the spikes on here, which means any animal, anything that tries to get in is going to hurt itself. So that's really good. We've got that, and we've got that. So they're the things that we're building at the moment. All right, let's carry on here, shall we? We're going to finish this. This is obviously going to be the main road. Now, villagers will always pick a path, and they'll either do a road or a path. Now one's going to say, well, you're starving? Well, go and get some food. Go and get some, there's literally food over there. Go and get it. I'll go and get you some food. How can you be starving? Oh. Do we not have enough food? What are we not making enough? Maybe we should make 20 of each. Meat, scrambled egg. What else could we make? Yeah, that's it for now, isn't it? I'm not going to make any onions. All right, we'll go for 20 of each. Maybe 10 of each was not enough. We're going to look to get the next farm down for spring. We don't really need to do it before winter. There's no point. Right, that's that part done. Let's keep working through here. So the clump at the end is where you store the materials, and then you have to go and level each part. And once this is done, that will then disappear. It's kind of like just terraforming it. That will now disappear. Like that. Now we've got a road and we won't lose any stamina. Also now we can build our watchtower, and I think that will now go up. Yes, it will. Alright, so watchtower. We can put this kind of here. We'll put one that side of the road, and we'll put one that side of the road. So we've got one either side of the road. So 2 watchtowers by the main gate. We'll leave the builders. How many builders do we have? Yeah, not got enough food, so we need more food. Yeah, a couple of guys are getting quite hungry. Alright, hopefully we'll have sorted that food issue out now. I think we've got food that can be stored in here as well. Yes, we have. And there's so much meat. And I think... Oh yeah, look, there's so much meat in here. Alright, so we can make this a bit more efficient. So the way we can do that... this guy, we can give him better water pouches. So let me do that. Again, efficiency today. Anything we can do today to make things more efficient, that is our focus and our goal. So we want to give more water to anyone that needs it. Alright, this accommodation's good. We're going to check the condition of this house. 7 out of 7, so we still need some more thatch in there. Alright. All good. Framework's already gone up for that one, which is nice. So over here, in order to craft these are going to be the large water skins. So for this, I need cured leather, rope, and linen thread, of which I have. So I'm always going to make sure there's one large water skin here. So I can go to tasks. I am asking to have one made. So there is one there. So I'm going to take that. So I've got 2 of them now. I need a hoe because I don't have one. Everything else there is good. Yep, everything else there is good. So let's go and find some water. Now I know there was a well over here. There's one here as well. We didn't actually put anything on this one. So let's make another well. Because we can never have too many wells. So we'll put that on there. And I do believe there was one this side as well. One right here. We will want to put another house up. So we do need another cottage. But cottage isn't going to fit there. So I said I wanted to make a long house. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a long house instead. We can kind of make that... You know what? We can kind of make that here. That will be our longhouse that we'll make. And that will be the next accommodation. And we can put a lot more stuff in there. So we can keep going with cottages. And in fact, there is on the gods. We go to, I believe it's population. If we wanted to complete... We need to assign at least 2 villagers to a hunter's house. Well, look, that's easy. All we do, we just assign a builder and then dismiss them. Done. And now we've got hunting. So on here, we've done all of tier 1 in population. I do believe now we've done most of... There we go, look. All of tier 2. So we're now on tier 3 here. So assign 10 villagers to a longhouse. Assign 5 villagers to a barracks and 4 villagers to any towers. So we've almost completed population. In terms of building, we're still on tier 1. We need to build the wooden altar. So let's go and do that. And these are just little things that we can check through to make sure we've done. I'm going to finish off these roads as well while I'm here. The carpentry is really the focal point right now. And if that's not working, we need to figure out why, like what we're missing. So this person's starving, okay, food's an issue. We need hardwood long sticks, need an iron axe. The carpentry is not happening at the moment. We do need to build that outpost, which is coming. So in the meantime, let's just focus on a little bit of iron production. Get some more iron tools in today. Because that's going to be really helpful. And I don't think we're going to get this road down, so... No. Maybe over here. You know what? We can do the road here instead. It will connect it. It's not going to be perfect. We need a couple more stones. But yeah, most of that's all good now. All the roads are done. Just see if there's any more stones in here. No, all the stones have gone by the looks of it. Do we have any? We have 44 stones. Just don't know where they are. It's possible they're in here. No. Okay. Maybe this side. I don't think we put any stones in this side. But everything's built over here now, so this is great. So if we look in here, all this iron ore, look, and it stacks in 5. So we've got loads of iron ore now, which means this should be working. Let's just check this out, make sure it's efficient. Oh my god, it's not. We need that of 5. That was a mistake. So 5 to 15. It's no wonder it's been so slow. Right, and we'll make sure this is stacked up with iron ore. We can put another person in the warehouse here. So we've got 2 people in the warehouse now. Loads of coal. Look at that. I've got so much coal. And no iron ore in this side. We'll take the iron ore out of the other side over here. I don't think there's anything over here at the moment. We took all that out. Good. Looking good. We've got loads of coal here as well. So we've got lots of coal stored up. What we don't have at the moment is food. Why not? Nothing's wrong with you. But we do want to give you these. Oh, now you can have these. And you're going to get more out of that. You don't need that. But I will give you all of this. And I'm going to give you all of that. So that's you sorted. Also, look, you see how he's got clothing? So they're all starting to have clothing now. And if we start looking at people, not all of them have, but why have you got so much food on you, my friend? You're a bit greedy there. Starting to get some clothing on them, which is good. Cool. All right, this is good progress. We definitely want to get the path going from along here to there. I think we also really want to get the path going along here as well. What are you doing in here, my friend? Okay. Done. This all looks really nice. So, Chieftain Longhouse. Barracks that we mentioned. Kind of want to get these on the back end as well. Just checking this to make sure it's flat. Yes, that's good. And then we want the archery range as part of this as well. So for that, we're going to want to terraform a little bit more land. Beautiful. We're not going to do this. We'll let the builder do this, but I'm just checking it all works. All right. So far, so good. We need to figure out this as well. These little things, we need to blow these up. All of this stuff over here as well. That will give us a lot more building space when that goes. All right. We're good. We're in a good place. We've got everything we need. We'll put the road maker back. I kind of want to... Part of me just wants to finish off these little bits here, where everything's not quite straight. There we go. I want to be careful though as I go forward. I don't want to do anything on the road. That feels good. There's no wood harvesting here, so we can actually just dismantle that one. That's fine. All right. And so we're just checking. Just anything where you think, oh, actually, do you know what? It's not quite flat enough, or it's not quite good enough. Want to just clean it up a little bit. Flatten things out a little bit, make it all nice. I think I'm going to do anything with this. I think I'm just going to keep making it like higher and then lower, and yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that as it is. That's good. They're being built. Everything here now is pretty good. If I want to make like additional things with the roads, obviously I can by going through here. This will be the next stage. Then we can kind of come back this way. We can even go through here. I don't know if that will fit. Yep. Oh. No, kind of. Actually, do you know what? That works. We'll do that bit afterwards because that will be coming back the other way. That works. We've got this bit here that goes into this. Big warehouse. We'll do one on this side of the warehouse as well. this only needs to go to here, but we can connect this part up here, so that connects up to that. And yeah, everything is now connected. Can't do anything into there, and that's okay. We can do it to there instead, like that. That's all connected. Then we can go from here out the back. This one goes up towards here. And then this one goes all the way back around from here. Round to here. That's all connected. And then we just got down to the warehouse. So this way. Now, it should go. We'll go from there first. I think that's because of where the entrance is, so it might be a bit funny with that. That's fine. We'll just go down to here. Beautiful. And then we've got the other warehouse, which at the moment is just a small one, but we don't need to make this one any bigger. So we can just put there. And that should be everything. I mean, aside from this, which I don't think... we might get a little bit in there. What we're not going to do is get... I don't think we're going to get this bit done. Oh, maybe we will. There we go. Cool. It looks a little bit messy at the moment, but once it's all built, it will look really nice. Okay. That's us done. In terms of all of our upgrades and everything we wanted to do today, we just need to build all of this now, get it all built. So we're just going to let the builders and everyone work. We'll go and get the materials that we need. So I know that we need some wood posts, wood beams. So we're going to end up doing a little bit of carpentry. We're going to end up doing a little bit of ironworks, just to help get what we need. Especially looking over here. So we've got one of these iron draw knives that we're going to need. And we should have, yes, over here if we look, we have a wood plank already. We need 3 of those. So I can take that wood plank. That's going to go into the, because remember the first one that we was upgrading was this one. So that's going to have to go into here. So I can make the wood planks that I need. Also, if I come over to here, this one, I'm not sure what's needed. Just a wood shaft to go into there to make this. Okay. But everything else here is made. We just don't have all of the wood in here. There's one log. That's a normal log as well. That's not even a... it's not even the right log. So, log storage. That needs to be 0. It's just hardwood logs in here. We need to go through and just sort these out because this wasn't built before, so we couldn't do it. So long sticks, tasks, 0 of them, 18 of them. That's good. Everything else is all good. Perfect. Chop down some wood. Now, we can make the wood shafts. I can make those right now. All I need is one of these, which is going to be a normal birch tree, but I'm not going to take the log from this. I'm just going to take the hardwood log stick. We're going to put it onto here to chop it. Now I can chop it because I've got my axe. This is why they were struggling before, because they didn't have the axe. So I need wood shafts and wood beams. Now this, oh, this might not be the right one. Hold on. That is going to make... Oh yeah, it's wood shafts. Good. So that's done. So I'll put that into there. That's now built that last part of the warehouse. Lovely. And all we need to do now is carry on building. So we still need 12 wood shafts. I'll get focused on these. I'll get all of these built. And I will see you in the next video when everything is complete. Take care for now. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.